yeah, I'm gonna probably end this here, and then I will upload this. And I don't really know what's next for this car. We're gonna have to figure that out as we go. But yeah, see you later. So, it's been a while since I posted a video. My plans with this car has completely changed since the last video, and I'm going to keep building it, but we are going to go a different direction with it. I'm going to turn this into a actual drift car. I really want to drift it. It's getting over the winter season right now, and summer's coming up, so by this summer I want to have it ready for midpond, where I'm going to do my first drift event, first track day, and we're going to really test the limits of the 180 and see what the weak points of this chassis is, and see if we've missed anything, see if any of our installs had anything underlying. I haven't uploaded anything because all my uploads are based off of fixing problems, and it hasn't been giving me any issues. So that's the reason I haven't been uploading recently, but I do have something that I have gotten for the car and myself. So everybody that's been around the track and been to drift meets know that the car is really only an extension of the driver, and that is why I went ahead and purchased a Moza sim setup so that I can improve as a driver before I take this thing to the track and total it or run into somebody or just have a horrible first track day. I'm putting as many hours as possible on this setup just to get ready for this track day. I want it to be a learning experience, but I also want it to be a decent first attempt, because I have a really solid chassis. It's been built correctly, like everything's good on the car, and now I know that I don't really have excuses. So what I am going to do is, since we're prepping this car, we're going to need to do a lot of work to it, and the garage is kind of falling apart. Looks horrible. So this is my goal today, is to get this entire garage, everything in here, set it on the driveway, and then I will go through, sweep, and just reorganize, because if I go through here, we have intercooler pipe, we have mass airflow sensor, the welder, calipers, wheels, spilled brake fluid, and then we have E46 parts, 370Z parts, old 240 parts. We have the 2JZ head down there. Like, it's kind of everywhere, and I really just want to sort it out a little bit, so that way when we get to work it'll be easier and it'll be more enjoyable, because right now it's kind of hard to even walk to the door with all this. So hopefully by the end of the day we'll be able to get it all cleaned up. The things that y'all missed on the 180 is I got a new dipstick and a new oil filler cap, and that's literally it. Everything else has been going fine. So with all this stuff coming out, I'm gonna have to move the car at least back a spot. So let's get to that. Car is backed out, and with how much stuff I have to do and I don't have a lot of time, I'm gonna go ahead and move it all out, and then I'll probably try and explain my idea, because that shelf back there is my biggest concern, because it could honestly hold most of the stuff on the floor, but since it's poorly organized, there's nothing I can do with it. And I know, like, there's two shelves that are just full of 240SX interiors from my two shells that I owned in the past. So I'm gonna get to experience all of this, and y'all will get to see it whenever it's done. So I will cut to that. Alright, it has been about 4 hours and it is finally done. This is the trash. Yeah, that's a lot. And then here's the garage. So you can actually, I can almost pull my car in here now. So I got my jack, the head. I actually have to pull the valves off of that. Somebody wants to buy the valves and the springs. Some 180 parts. And I have my part shelf, so I have my Z32 calipers, mass airflow sensor, O2 harness, a bunch of gaskets and stuff that I need to use, a Fuse box I need to put back on. K24 ECU. This is BMW stuff, and then this was off my Nismo Z. And then I got my shelf with, like, I don't know, my angle grinder and just some stuff. A bunch of random hardware stuff I need to sort through. I'm keeping that mask because I am about to buy a Black Widow gun from Harbor Freight. And I'm going to buy a Type X wing for the 180 and learn how to paint. And then if that turns out well, then I'll just slowly do it, fenders, bumper, and do it piece by piece. Because, let me show y'all real quick. Car looks super clean from afar until you get up close. So if we look, it's actually a plastic tip paint job. So right here, I don't know if you can see on the camera, there's tons of little dots. It's chipped off right there. And then this is the worst spot. Yeah. And I want to repaint the center garnish. I spray painted it before and it's kept fading and fading and it looks worse and worse every day. So I'm going to get a gun. I'm going to repaint this car. Make it look a little bit nicer. But I am stoked to have a garage I can walk in. Got my shop vac, smoke tester, welding hood, welder. These wheels I'm going to clean up and actually polish. And they're going to be my drift set for the 180. Super excited to get those ready. Yeah, this took a lot of work. I'm very, very happy with how it turned out though. Still not a ton of space, but it's what I got. And I'm just going to be happy with what I got at least. But yeah, I'm going to end off this video here. But I am excited to get this 180 on the track. Because wastegate's working, which it wasn't working for a while. I actually had to get a bung welded on. And I've done a lot of fixes, and it's just been running super good. I'm about to get a AFR gauge, oil filter relocation, oil filter, or not oil filter, but oil pressure and oil temp gauge, all in the same brand. And I'm also going to get a new boost gauge. Our water temp gauge actually just stopped working, so we don't really need a water temp gauge. The one on the dash works fine. But yeah, lots of big plans. Lots of practice on the Mosa wheel. Yeah, I'm going to try and get this thing on the track by next summer. I'm setting a deadline, and I'm going to try my absolute best to accomplish it. I just got a new job, just had a kid. A lot of things are happening in life. That's why I haven't really been able to upload a lot. But it's going to start coming back, and I'm excited. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoy this video. Hope y'all are excited to see what's next for this car. Peace.